In the top stories, Godwin Gut shooting incident under police investigation. Liat to offer domestic flights between Montego Bay and Kingston, and the British F-35B jet sparks security and PR concerns. Welcome to the ZIZ Midday newscast. Today is Friday, the 4th of July, 2025. I am Jasmine Thomas. The police are investigating a shooting incident that occurred in Godwin Gut, St. Kitts, on the 2nd of July, 2025, between the hours of 11:30 in the morning and 12:30 in the afternoon. The incident left Bradley Masham of Godwin Gut, aged 37 years, with gunshot injuries. Preliminary inquiries suggest that the incident occurred following a verbal altercation between Mr. Masham and another male. The suspect discharged several rounds of ammunition at Mr. Masham, striking him twice about the body. He was shortly thereafter transported to the Joseph N. France General Hospital and has since been warded in stable condition following treatment. The crime scene unit of the Royal St. Christopher and Nevis Police Force, RSCNPF, processed the scene and collected some items of evidential value. The matter is under investigation, and relevant updates will be appropriately disseminated to the public. Should anyone have any information concerning this or any other criminal matter, the Royal St. Christopher Nevis Police Force collectively encourage you to contact the nearest police station. Her Excellency Neris Dockery, Secretary General of the St. Kitts Nevis National Commission for UNESCO, made a powerful call to reframe how the nation views and teaches its past as she delivered remarks at the UNESCO Ministry of Education essay competition announcement ceremony held on the 2nd of July at the NEMA Conference Room. The event brought together students, educators, government officials, and proud parents to celebrate the accomplishments of participants in the National Essay Competition themed The Importance and Value of Students Being Taught Their African Ancestral History. Addressing the audience not only as an ambassador but as co-chair of the UNESCO Routes of Enslaved Peoples Committee, Ambassador Dockery emphasized the importance of this national conversation. The UNESCO Routes of Enslaved Peoples Committee, under my co-chairmanship, has dedicated its efforts over the next 18 months to starting a national conversation on the importance of teaching our ancestral African history, she said. Ambassador Dockery noted that the competition is more than an academic exercise. It's a step toward decolonizing national consciousness and reclaiming identity through education with passion and poise. She celebrated the students' efforts as evidence of a generation ready to rise with cultural clarity and purpose. The Concerned Citizens Movement CCM-led Nevis Island Administration NIA has launched a series of community town hall meetings designed to deepen public engagement and promote transparency in governance. The initiative began on the 30th of June with the first meeting held at the Pond Hill Community Center in St. John's Parish. According to Premier the Honorable Mark Brantley, the Cabinet is taking government directly into communities to hear from citizens, address concerns, and share updates on key projects and programs. Speaking during the July 3 sitting of the Nevis Island Assembly, Premier Brantley extended a public invitation to attend the meetings, noting their significance in fostering open and responsive leadership. Premier Brantley emphasized that the meetings are open to all, including members of the opposition, and urged residents of Jessops, Cotton Ground, Westbury, Barnesgut, and surrounding areas to attend. The community outreach will continue across the island in the coming weeks with the following schedule: July 7, Franklin Brown Community Center, St. James Parish; July 13, Red Cross Building, St. Paul's Parish; July 17, Hanleys Road Community Center, Gingerland, St. George's Parish; The Premier assured that the administration is not only sharing information, but actively listening to the people's view. On the regional scene, domestic air travel between Montego Bay and Kingston is set to make a comeback, according to Chief Executive Officer of MBJ Airports, Shane Munro. The revived domestic service is to be operated by Liat 2020 Limited, which will also launch new international flights connecting Jamaica to Antigua. The inaugural flight between Jamaica and Antigua is scheduled for July 11, but Munro did not specify when the Kingston-Montego Bay domestic service would begin. Liat's social media pages, however, have been promoting a July 11 start date for the flights, with the rates of US $122. Liat 2020 Limited began operations on the 6th of August in 2024 and is a joint venture between the government of Antigua and Barbuda and Nigerian airline Air Peace. It succeeds Liat 1974, which previously provided regional air service across the Caribbean. Jamaica has not had regular domestic flights between Montego Bay and Kingston since Air Jamaica Express, a subsidiary of Air Jamaica, discontinued their route in 2015. Jam Airlink Express briefly filled the gap when it launched operations in July of 2019, but the airline no longer offers scheduled domestic flights. On the international scene, a British F-35B stealth fighter jet has been stranded at Kerelas Airport since the 14th of June after being diverted due to bad weather. Unable to return to the Royal Navy's HMS Prince of Wales, the $110 million jet developed a technical fault and remains grounded. UK engineers have yet to fix the issue. The British High Commission said the jet will be moved to a hangar for repairs once specialized equipment arrives. 6 RAF officers are guarding the aircraft, and the UK is working closely with Indian authorities. The incident has drawn attention in both India and the UK, including questions raised in the House of Commons about the jet's security and recovery timeline. Social media has exploded with memes joking that the jet now belongs to India. Experts say the longer it stays grounded, the worse it looks for the Royal Navy. Security analyst Dr. Samir Patel criticized the delay, warning it could harm the jets and the Navy's reputation. And now for a look at the weather. Present weather is cloudy with showers. Winds are gentle from the east at 9 miles per hour. Seas are 0.6 to 1.5 meters or 2 to 5 feet. The weather forecast for today predicts partly sunny and hazy conditions with a 40% or moderate chance of showers. Tonight is expected to be partly cloudy and hazy with a 20% or a slight chance of showers. Sunset today will be at 6:49. Sunrise tomorrow morning will be at around 5:42. That brings us to the end of the ZIZ Midday newscast. Join us this evening for these stories and more in detail. Thank you for tuning in. I am Jasmine Thomas. God bless you.